Hey guys, so today I wanted to give you the history of my childbirths. I'm doing this because I know there are some ladies out there who are like me, super excited and eager and hopeful for what's called a VBAC. For some of you who aren't sure what that means, that is a vaginal birth after C-section. So I've been on YouTube looking at tons of videos, just trying to find other people with my specific situation. So I'm going to be giving you some detail that I think will help you, or detail that I kind of look for, so that you can know if you can relate to this, and hopefully it will be a benefit to you. So I've had 2 C-sections, as I said, one 15 years ago with my first child, and the other about 2 years ago with my son. And I'm currently pregnant and due pretty much any day now. I am going to attempt a VBAC actually for the second time. Both of my previous pregnancies were what's called failure to progress, and I've recently learned that that is not really an accurate description of what happened to me, because I only dilated 4 centimeters. You can't label a woman failure to progress before she's at 6 centimeters. Either way, the body does pause at times, and some women have paused for days, and some people pause for 10 hours, and eventually they have a healthy vaginal birth. But for me, I can't remember the specifics on why I was rushed with my first child. But I believe it was simply because I had stayed at 4 for a lengthy period of time, few hours, more hours than the doctors wanted to wait. And my second pregnancy, there was more of a reason. It was that the baby had pooped in the womb, and that can cause the baby some distress. And so for the safety of me and the baby, they wanted to do the C-section. So this time around, I'm going to share some things that I'm doing to have this VBAC. So if you've had failure to progress, or if you haven't dilated enough where the doctors were content and you were rushed off to a C-section, some reasons why could be that your baby was not in the right position. So what I'm doing to counter that is something called the Miles circuit. You ladies can look that up, but pretty much it's something that takes about an hour and a half to do. You get in these 3 positions. You do one for 30 minutes, the next for 30 minutes, and so on. And it's supposed to encourage your baby to be in the optimal position for delivery. And that is facing backwards with its head down. It's possible that the 2 C-sections I had, maybe my babies were facing forward, and so that caused it to be harder for them to progress through the birth canal. So to avoid that, I'm going to be practicing this Miles circuit every now and then, and even when my labor kicks off in the early stage when the contractions are not too strong, I'm definitely going to do the Miles circuit, because babies continue to move. You know, they could be in the right position one day and then a week later, or even hours later, be in a different position. Another thing you want to do is to sit up straight, to not lean back. I didn't know that. I probably leaned back my entire first pregnancy, because when you sit back, it encourages the baby to put the heaviest part of his body, which is his back, in your back, and then he's facing the wrong way. Now, doctors will deliver your baby as long as he's head down, but if he's facing forward instead of backward, it's a harder labor. It's harder for him to get through the pelvis. So we don't want to make it hard at all. The next thing I plan to do, or I'm doing, is drinking red raspberry leaf tea. This tea, if it's not in a local grocery store, you can find it on Amazon. That's what I did. What this tea does is it's supposed to strengthen your uterus so that your contractions are more effective. The next thing it's supposed to help with is bleeding. It's supposed to help you bleed less after your labor. So I've been drinking that. I believe you're supposed to start at 38 weeks, and the closer you get to labor, you drink more. So at this point, I'm making a pitcher a day, and I'm drinking it. It's a small pitcher, probably about 4 or 5 cups. And the final thing I'm doing is exercise. So if you're not able to, go to a gym or something. I really don't feel that's necessary. And if you're as pregnant as I am, you probably don't want to go out very many places. So I usually just take a walk in the yard, or I will walk even around the house chasing my toddler around because he likes to play tag. And I also bounce on the birthing ball. There are lots of things you can do on the birthing ball. You ladies can look this up, but even if you do one thing, just simply sitting and bouncing is actually supposed to help to get baby ready for labor. Yeah, so those are the things that I'm doing. If you ladies have any questions, I would love to answer them. Just go ahead and jot them down in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video and hearing my story, if it's helped you at all, please give it a like or subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned if you'd like to hear if I succeed at having this VBAC or vaginal birth after 2 C-sections. Thanks for listening, ladies. Bye-bye.